as the X-Men trilogy is winding down, Matthew Vaughn, the director of what was supposed to be the First Class trilogy, came out and recently talked about various details from where he wanted to go and kind of reveals his arc. And he's dropped previous hints before, so we kind of have an idea. But this time he goes way more into how he was going to, like, deal with the Wolverine situation and all that. So, essentially he revealed that Apocalypse and Days of Future Past were going to be swapped because he wanted to do Days of Future Past as a sort of, hey, look, now we can reboot and bring these original actors back, like, much time after that. But also, he was going to cast Tom Hardy as the younger Wolverine and then kind of, help pass the torch with an actor that a lot of people like. And then Singer came in and was like, let me diddle your script apart and not do any of this because they wanted to do time travel first because they're like, oh, there's money to be made there, even if it doesn't make sense. So, I've been saying it since the end of First Class. They should have just stuck with him because he was clearly the one that understood X-Men more than Bryan Singer and
Yeah.
what's his name? Kinberg? Simon
Yeah.
Kinberg? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Matthew Vaughn was originally going to be the director of X-Men Dark Phoenix, but unfortunately he had to back out of it because of family issues, and he even had a quote stating there was not enough time to make the X-Men movie that he wanted. So now the fact that we saw First Class and we can see the type of X-Men movie he wanted, it shows that he has a love and passion for these characters, and he was smart enough to sit there and help out being like, hey guys, like, these are the type of characters you want. Look at how amazing our Beast looked. Because Kelsey Grammer was actually cast thanks to Matthew Vaughn. Same with Juggernaut. Like, both of those original castings were thanks to Matthew Vaughn. Like, he understands X-Men and his characters.
Well, the thing is, like, you could tell he had a passion. Like, if you go back to old interviews in relation to First Class, like, he reluctantly took that on under a rush schedule because he was like, I just want to work with X-Men because I really love this franchise and hopefully I can fix it. And then he laid out an entire, like, decade-long plan for them, and they were like, that's a good idea, but have you considered ripping that apart and making pieces of it? And it's like, no, that's not why you hired him. And that's kind of unfortunate, It's like, if you hired a dude to do one thing, then why don't you stick with the one thing you hired him for? Like, I just don't get it.
I could see Marvel rehiring him and being like, we know and understand what you wanted to do. Here's X-Men. Have fun.
I would love Matthew Vaughn to do something with at Marvel Studios.
That's such a weird place to be because it's like, surely you'd want to do something completely different and not get someone who's already had a crack at it.
But he didn't have, like, the full crack at it that he actually wanted to have.
Yeah, but it'll be like getting Mark Webb to do the MCU.
Yeah, that's
stuff,
true.
right?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Like, it would feel kind of the same, and like, I don't know. I'd love to see what his movies would have been like.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, it's kind of like, I'd rather have something wildly different.
I mean, we know he's going to work with Disney in the future because of Kingsman, so Disney's clearly interested in keeping him around. And I mean, I wouldn't mind it if they offered him something, maybe not directly X-Men, but we know X-Men is going to expand into multiple franchises on various services and stuff. So I wouldn't mind if they gave him like an X-Men TV series on Disney Plus or something, just to kind of like.
I mean, like, you could give him the Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
Like, don't give him the core X-Men team.
Yeah, that's true.
Just give him like a Wolverine, or if you're going to make like a Rogue,
if
something,
they end up,
give him something.
Give him Rogue and Gambit.
What's the kid? God damn it, Eggsy. What's his name?
Eggsy, Taron Egerton.
Taron, right? If it ends up being that, like, because people have fan cast him as Wolverine for a while as a young Logan.
Yeah.
If they get him as Wolverine, get Matthew Vaughn to direct that thing because, oh my God, those dudes make a combo.
Those two work so well together. Like, honestly, I can even see the actor who plays Eggsy be Gambit. The issue is his voice. You have to get a good voice for it.
He's a good enough actor. I think he could do whatever you give him. Honestly, like he's talented.
Elton John right now. Come on.
Oh, yeah, Elton John. Heard that movie's good. See, he's a good actor. Tons of range. So with these missed opportunities with the X-Men, right? Like, it's kind of hard to look back on it and be like, everything you set up in every previous movie you threw away. It's
Yep.
kind of like insane because First Class was a sort of like a jumbled mess when he got the original script because they're like, we got to take the Magneto movie we were writing, we got to take this Professor Xavier origin story we were writing, we got to tie it in with a complete reboot. Oh, and you got to do all this, and he was like given like 6 weeks to do it all. And it's kind of a miracle he pulled it off, but he kind of reminds me of a more expensive version of Robert Rodriguez, where they literally
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
garbage at him. He's like, I will make this work in the biggest time crunch possible. And that's like, I kind of appreciate that. It's kind of part of the reason and charm of X Men First Class. You're like, you literally worked under pressure and were able to pull this off miraculously, and then they kind of ripped it away from you. But hopefully Disney won't do the same thing.
The only thing that would keep me apprehensive on Vaughn doing an X-Men movie is the whole Darwin situation in First Class. It's
Yeah.
like, if that's your idea, like, it's an okay X-Men movie, but like that part, no.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, like I can survive everything. Oh, rich white man dead. Like,
Yeah.
it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. That was a thing. Well, if there's anything to say about First Class, it's the most X-Men-y X-Men movie that Fox has put
Oh,
out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
at least it has that going for it.
It's got some things going for it. It's not like, oh, to be fair, it is the best X-Men movie, but it's still
Oh,
not
yeah.
a high bar.
Yep. So yeah, that's our talk on that.